Yo, I am so sorry. What's up, man? Yeah, the notification came out bogus. Oh my god. But you know what I'm saying? I caught it at the last second. Lord have mercy. Jesus, please help us. Get some people in here tonight. My man Edward Diaz, he gonna bring people to the party. Matter of fact, Edward. Oh man, I forgot to tell you, man. Something I sent you came back to me, bro. Box was kind of all messed up a little bit, dirty, damaged. So I gotta resend it out, man. Sucks. But since that happened, I got something else I'm gonna add into the box, man. I don't know what happened with the address, bro. But it happened, man. So I'm gonna get that out to you because you definitely support me and the channel. So now, because of that mistake, more has been added to the goodie box. More has been added to Edwin Diaz's goodie box. He never wins for some reason, but I've sent him a goodie box, and he probably think I'm full of crap and like, man, Fatal be on bull, but I don't. My uncle know the story, so I got to resend it out, man. So I don't know what I might have put something wrong on the address. I gotta reestablish that, man, with my man Edwin. Chicago, Dark Side, man. The only one commenting, only 5 people watching. But me and you, we here together and we gonna have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have fun. We gonna have fun, man. So we just went to the C2E2 comic book convention. Hold on, man. You muted.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Unc and I went to the C2E2 comic book convention last weekend, and we had somewhat of a ball. He's got his lanyard with his pass on there, dude. This was my 12th consecutive comic book convention, C2E2. I started going back in 2012. Myself, Kiaro, and then we started bringing my yeah, I know, bro. What's up? Hey, man, y'all call your friends. Tell them to get in here, man. We only gonna be on here for about an hour 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know, mistakes happen. I know normally I have at least 25 people kicking it off, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to Buck Rogers, Edwin Diaz. You probably didn't hear the opening, Edwin, but your goodie box came back to me, man. Kind of beat up, dirty. So that's cool. Cause guess what? I get to add more to your goodie box, man. Cause I can imagine, like, man, you thinking, man, Fatal on some straight boo-boo. But I'm not. And because of that, you're gonna get some extra in your goodie box.
Look at that.
I got you, because Edwin is a really good dude, man.
Yes,
Definitely
yes, he is.
And I gotta look out for my mans and send him something, man. Some more of what I already was sending. So
just a little son. Little son.
Yeah, I can't tell you, man. It's gonna be a surprise. You already know one of the things is coming. But anyway, we had a very good time at C2E2.
Yes,
we cosplayed. We got a lot of autographs, photo ops, and I'm gonna show you some pictures of that. We had a great time, man. We had a great time, man. How did you feel about this year's con, man?
Oh man, it's always amazing to go to C2E2, especially kind of in your own hometown. So in the shy, it was a great time. It was a great time spending it with you and all that, and just and the sheer enjoyment and the fact of being there, and also it was a blessing, even though I couldn't partake in most of the blessing on Sunday because you know the situation with that, taking care of the business for us.
Yeah,
But it was awesome, man. I wish I could have spent more time with him, but I'm like, man, I'm like,
yeah,
God, we gotta go and do this. But it's all good. It's all good. It was a blessing for all the autographs and the interaction with quite a few of comic artists that we met, and and in general, we had a good time. And this was the first year that my wifey went with me, and she actually enjoyed herself. So it was good. It was awesome, man.
yeah. No doubt it was. So, what's your favorite part about going to comic book conventions?
My favorite part is being with you. Honestly, it's being able to
Oh,
no, be honest, to share the interaction with you as my nephew, because we relate on the level
I don't
like,
have to say
yo.
pause because this my uncle. No, go ahead,
Like
man.
we like, because we can relate, and we get, the funny thing is, amongst ourselves we don't let the coolness or the swag leave us, but amongst ourselves we get geeked out, we get that we get that geeked out thing whenever we like get to see our favorite comic book artists, or our favorite MCU or DCU artists. I mean, it's just amazing to share that experience and all that. I think that's the main thing, to be able to share it or interact with somebody that actually, hey, yo, this is dope. We can relate with each other. We understand each other like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
that and getting
yeah,
autographs, and
yeah,
be able to
yeah.
shop
So
around.
outside of that part, the mushy stuff. Like, what's your favorite thing
Mhm.
to go see at the con? Like, what's your main purpose?
To be honest with you, to like meet my favorite comic book stars, like
Okay.
I guess movie stars or whatever,
Yeah.
when they
So,
come to town. When
I'll be honest with you, one of my favorite parts about going to the C2E2 is not hearing things falling. You know what I'm saying?
that was an accident, bro.
I know.
So go ahead.
You the loudest person ever, man. But anyway, no,
I
I love
wish
the
I was.
I love the panels, man. And because the last couple of years we've been so autograph heavy, we've been kind of missing the panels. And I got some recommendations to type to C2E2. I actually believe they should expand and start on Thursday, and so you can get in there and have more days. Because we give up our Sunday. For the 3 consecutive C2E2 conventions, I've given up my Sunday for the sake of the children. I do a mentoring thing with my job, and we take 30 kids from the city to give them a good time. And for us, it's not as fun because you're responsible for children, so you got to keep a keen eye on them to make sure that they're safe, because it's a large place. So I'm always on my I guess pins and needles, my Q's and P's, to make sure that they're having a good time but also being safe. So it kind of takes away. So that day is a wash. So I try to go on the Friday and the Saturday in order to enjoy myself. But I think they need to add a day. But I like the panels. Outside of that, the photo ops, the autographs, the cosplaying is really fun. Back in the day, I would say my first 7, 8 years in C2E2, I used to spend a lot of money on action figures. Like me and and DJ Hercules, we used to like we'll save up about $1,000, 500 to $1,000, and just spend it. And I used to come home with all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff, old Star Wars figures and stuff like that. That's when I was heavy into collecting figures. Now those figures are still boxed. They are in totes. So I don't collect just statues, man. So I've been collecting for almost 20 years. So that's part of what I collect. And at a lot of the cons, I used to collect a lot of that, man. And we used to grab a lot of comic books, man, because you would get some crazy sales at the comic book conventions. So
Yes.
yeah. C2E2 is only once a year, and that's Chicago. You know, it's the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. That's what C2E2 stands for. And it's once a year. Now, it's normally at the end of March or early April, right? Right when the weather is starting to crack. But COVID threw it off. So the last one I went before COVID hit was 2019. Then COVID hit, and it actually shut down the week after C2E2. So then 2020's C2E2 moved to December. They couldn't do it in April because COVID restrictions. So we had a nice time because it was around the holidays. So that was the first one that I decided to take the kids. And then the following year, they couldn't book it for April. It would have been too close. So they moved it to August of last year. So I took the kids
Right.
again. And then now it's back on track. So one of my favorite C2E2s was in 2000, I believe, 17. And that's when I got to meet Stan Lee. And I think that was a year before he passed. And he did a panel with Frank Miller. And what intrigued me about that panel is at that time he's 93, I think 93 years old. And that dude was probably sharper on the stage than even Frank Miller, who was probably 30 years younger than him. This dude was telling stories, and I'm talking about the great Stan Lee was telling stories from when he was probably like 9, 10, when he started getting these visions.
Wow.
He's very young when he created Spider-Man, you know, and it was just so cool. And I'm so happy to have that moment because I videotaped a lot of it, and I got an autograph from Stan Lee. I was right there close up with him. I took a selfie. This is before I even thought about paying for a photo op. I kind of regretted going back. Just spend the money. You can't get back the memories. So, but I do believe that some of the people are a little bit overpriced. And I'm going to get into a story about a photo op that I had that I wasn't 100% pleased with. But what about you? What's your favorite photo op? You did a photo op. You've taken a picture with somebody before. Who was your top picture you ever took? You breaking up a little bit and you ghosting a little bit on the camera. I don't know what it is.
Let me do something. I'll do this. Bam.
You taking the Wi-Fi off?
How's that?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. I think my favorite. I think my favorite was actually. It had, and it wasn't a C2. You're saying that C2E2?
Yeah, no, period.
Or
your favorite picture.
Period. My favorite picture was my first photo op, and actually it was my first photo op and first autograph, and that was meeting Michael Madsen at Hollywood Boulevard with my wife, and that was my first and continuing line to get autographs and all that. But that was my first photo op with a movie star, Michael Madsen from Reservoir Dogs. If anybody remembers, that's a cult classic of the Quentin Tarantino movies where it kicked off, and awesome movie. And yeah, that was, I think that's my favorite because, it was me and my wife, and we were just dating, so it was awesome. He was the coolest guy in person to meet. And funny story is that he had just he said he had just busted up his ribs. He told a funny story because he got in a little bar fight and he had busted up his ribs. And so but it was a cool experience in general. He was the nicest guy. He personalized a DVD, a special edition DVD set straight to me, and signed in Michael Madsen. So that was a cool experience. He was really interactive and just cool.
Yeah, great, man. That's good. Um, of course, meeting Stan Lee was awesome.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but I love my wife with every fiber in my being. But some of the ladies that I've met over the years is pretty exciting. I met Pam Grier at Hollywood Boulevard. And now, if you grew up watching Pam Grier in those movies when you were young and you shouldn't have been, Pam Grier was something to be dealt with in her time. So meeting her was like, wow, and even for an older woman at the time, she
She
still
was
was
still bad.
a nice looking woman and very nice and
Yes.
very
Yeah.
polite. But last year I met Rosario Dawson, and me and her the same age. We born the same year, same month. What a great person, and what a beautiful person. Um, she signed 4 autographs for me for the price of one. I did a photo op with her, and I spoke to her, and I said, "This is my second time meeting you. You probably don't remember, but when I come for an autograph, I'm going to show you pictures that you took with my wife and my daughter when she was a baby." So she was like, "Oh, that is so awesome." And she asked me how old was my daughter. And I told her, and she said, "My daughter is pretty much the same age." So I'm like, man, that's cool. So when I came around for the autograph, I had the picture of my daughter. I had 2 of them. I said, "This one is for you." The one with her. She was like, "Oh, that is so sweet." She put it in a folder. And then I gave her a metal plate like this to sign for her Ahsoka Tano character. Signed that. She personalized. So I got 2. I got Ahsoka Tano for my sideshow premium format and Ahsoka Tano for my hot toy. And then she signed both of those, price of one. Plus, she signed a picture for my daughter, and she wrote it personalized to my daughter. So and like my daughter has that in a little frame, and she uses it for motivation. So that was unbelievable. Very down to earth, very beautiful woman. And when we took pictures, you would think that we knew each other. It was cool. My wife was cool about it though, because I wouldn't trip if she met like LL Cool J, because she a big fan of LL. So I would facilitate her meeting LL. You know what I'm saying? Because she used to have a crush on when she was a kid. We grown, man. You know what I'm saying? So it would be cool for her to meet LL. I'm better looking than LL anyway. So, but like that's her crush as a kid. Like mine was Janet Jackson and Halle
Mhm.
Berry, and you know Pam Grier, even though she was older at the time. But I used to, when you were a kid, you had crushes, man. Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
love those days. Also, just didn't think how much he did. Yeah, we all need to make some memories like that. Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, he was
yes, yes,
commenting
yes.
about what I said about me and you, what I said about the best time meeting with you.
Yeah,
Like going to
absolutely.
C2E2.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rosario, man. She mixed with some other stuff too, but yeah, she represent Puerto Rico, man, and
Yeah.
very very nice and kind. So I do want to get back into the panels now. There's a couple more cons coming up in Chicago. The Fan Expo is coming. Michael J. Fox is going to be there. Got to get that auto and that photo op. Um, um,
Uh,
old girl who
uh,
played
Katie
Uh,
Sackhoff. Katie
is it?
Sackhoff.
Hold on. Who is she playing in
She plays Bo-Katan Grease.
Bo-Katan? Yeah, because I got Costa Reeves autograph. I
Right.
have Reva Savander, so I got to get that autograph. Few more people gonna be there that I'm interested, and then you got what used to be Wizard World. Is that what they call Fan Expo now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, so that used to be Wizard World. So now it's called Fan Expo, and it's in
And
August. Now
don't
that is 4 days.
and
You know.
don't forget old girl from the Adams family. She's gonna
Oh,
be there
who
too.
plays the new Wednesday? Speaking of that,
No, not the new Wednesday. She's the one from the original Adams Family movie, and she also acted opposite Johnny Depp in Sleepy Hollow.
but the picture they showed was
Christina
of,
Ricci. No, that's Christina Ricci who played as Wednesday from
is she
the
gonna be there?
original. She played in both the show and the movie.
Is she gonna be there though?
Yes,
The girl
she's
who
gonna be
played
there.
Wednesday.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I figured she was gonna be there, but not the one from back in the day.
No, she is. She. This is the thing. She in the
Oh, the
movie
new one is the
Adam's
one
Family.
Damon did.
Yeah, the new one is the one Damon did, but she did play a role in the new show.
Okay.
And I guess it's like a cameo appearance, like saying, hey, because she played, of course, Wednesday in the
Okay.
original Adams Family movie.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
So
I
yeah,
got it. I got it. All right, man. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and
let's
stream.
go. Let's do it.
I'm gonna stream some photos, man. We're gonna share the
Show 'em,
screen,
show
man. Conversation is a lot easier when it's just me and you.
'em.
All
I
right.
got nothing but love for you, man. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one. You go into it. I'm just gonna sit
So
back.
first photo of the night. Okay. Now you see, I'm at least 9 inches away from him, it seems like. So before I walked into the booth, now mind you, this was an expensive photo, man. This was $250. And this the most I ever paid for a photo. But I was like, you know what the hey.
Mhm.
So they make an announcement over the loudspeaker that you only can fist bump and you can't like hug and touch and things like this, right? And he will not hold any props. Now, I don't know if the actors are the ones who make these announcements or the handlers, because the handlers are a lot rougher. Because even when Rosario signed all those pictures, it seemed like the handler was getting more upset, and they try to control what the actors are doing. But anyway, I take this picture and I purchased the t-shirt that I got on for $15 off Amazon 2 days before the event so I can have a Captain America t-shirt. But I bring my shield, which I'm gonna show you later um, on camera, and I had on a hat. I had on a nice hat, and I was like, I'm gonna wear a hat this year, but you know what? Captain America won't be wearing a hat. So I took my hat off, brushed my hair, and I put my hat on my book bag. And then when you go in, you got to put your equipment on this like shelf. So then I go in there. I'm like, dang, he got a hat on, a trucker hat, just like I did. I should have wore a hat. Plus, it would have made me look a little bit taller. However, he doesn't look as tall as I thought he would be. Anyway, but he, slim guy. He was cool. He gave me the fist bump. Hey, how you doing? Polite, real nice. But then it threw me off, so I took this like more of like a stoic gaze, and I wanted to take the picture with the shield kind of down. I wanted to give us a smile, but it threw me off, and then I covered up my shirt. Now the picture came out pretty good. I showed it to
It
a
came
lady,
out excellent.
and
Yeah.
she said, "Oh man, you guys both look handsome," but um for that money I would have wanted more interaction with my picture. Now this a lady who worked there because I complained, because I saw people walking around with pictures hugged up with them, arms around, hands shaking. So I was a little like, what? And it wasn't like it wasn't a thing of discrimination at all, because it was just random. It was just random. I've seen pictures with black women, old people, young people, and some were far away and some were close. It wasn't about race, it wasn't about discrimination. It was just like random. Like they pick and choose when they're not gonna let people get close. Now at other cons, the actor chooses and they might have a shield in the middle. And with this like wrinkle in the middle right here, that you see right here, some people thought that we had something to separate us, and that wasn't the case. But overall, I was not super happy with the picture. Now I got a picture with Chris Evans. That's cool, but it should have been a little better, and I'm gonna show you what I mean. Tanach. Did I say that right? Tanach.
Yeah. Tanach Puerta. Yeah.
Horta, right?
Puerta. Yeah.
So this guy, who played Namor, and actually they got this guy listed shorter than he really is because he was the same exact height as Chris Evans. So I'm giving him about 5'11", maybe 6 feet. I'm 5'8", and I know my height perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Because I go to the doctor every year, and I thought he was gonna be my height because they got him listed as 5'8", and I like to compare the heights, right?
Right.
So he's a solid 5'11", I would say maybe. Really cool though, really, really cool dude. As you see, this is the type of picture that you want to get. You know what I'm saying? $100. So $200 got me this picture and the autograph. So this was worth it. He was a really cool dude. This is the type of picture that you pay for. And with my thing with as far as like getting sick or anything like that, just be conscious. Like if I was an actor, right? This picture not gonna get me sick. You know why? Because I'm not gonna use their hand until I'm done. So everybody's responsible for washing their hands. Because even me, after I shake his hand, I know a bunch of people touch his hand. I'm not touching my face or my mouth with their hand because so I'm gonna have my either I'm gonna go to the bathroom or I'm gonna use some sanitizer to get my hands clean. But this was a good picture and I appreciated it. Like look at the difference. Not saying it was Chris Evans' fault at all, because I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's the handler. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And that announcement was made. I was disgusted by because I was the one that brought it. Remember, I brought it to your attention, me and my wife, and I said, they're taking pictures with him all up close and everything. So I was in shock and I thought it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? But, either way, praise God that you got the picture done either way. So,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Tanaka Horta was cool. I mean, and Chris was cool too, and I'm still happy I got this picture. Don't get me wrong at all. But the handlers, man, they the ones. No, actually, I saw the real story about that. He said that the real photo is the one. He said they edited it in, and the real photo is him, but everybody thought they edited out. He did an interview about that. I know what you're talking about. Now, this was the highlight of the day for me.
Yes, that made it all worthwhile for you.
And I got a few stories about this. So they charge about $60 for an autograph, and these minus Cyclops, because the voice actor who played Cyclops passed away in 2020. So from your left, you got George Buza. George Buza played Beast on the X-Men animated series. He was the voice. Next up, you have Catherine Disher. Catherine Disher was the voice of Jean Grey, aka the Phoenix. And when I tell you a story about this woman, boy, without getting emotional, this woman is sweet as American apple pie. And I'm gonna tell you a story. about her. She really made the con. She took it to another level. And
Make
then
sure you tag her.
you got Cal Dodd. Cal Dodd plays the voice of Wolverine. You might have
He
seen
made
him
my
on
day.
Toy Quest 101. He was on the live stream with him. Really cool dude, Canadian. A lot of these voice actors here are from Canada. They're Canadian, a lot of them. Okay, so next up, you got Allison. No. I'm sorry. Not Allison. That's not Allison. You got Lenore Zahn. Lenore Zahn played the voice of Rogue. Okay. She was real cool. All of them were really, really cool. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story about this next guy. So this is Chris Potter. Chris Potter played the voice of Gambit. Now, 2 weeks prior, we went to the Chicago Sports Spectacular, and I got another Gambit autograph, and I'll show you these.
Hmm.
Tony Daniels signed for Gambit. He's also Tony Daniels was the voice of Tony the Tiger, but the main voice was Chris Potter. So when I told Chris Potter I got Tony Daniels' signature for Gambit, he said he's actually signing for Gambit. That was funny, right? So he said, no, actually, I was shooting a movie and I couldn't do the voice acting. So he took my place. He said the guy is so unbelievably talented as a voice actor that he could do his voice. So he was telling me Tony Daniels can do his actual voice, um, Chris Potter's voice, and do Gambit. He was like, he's one of the best voice. Tony Daniels, he said, is one of the best voice actors out there. But this guy did most of the episode. Tony Daniels did 6. So that was a pretty good trivia thing that I found out, man. I really appreciated that. And last but not least, here is Allison Seeley Smith. And Allison Seeley Smith is the voice of Storm. Another beautiful person, just sweet, man. Sweet. And initially I was going to take a picture with Tom Welling from Smallville. I got his autograph. I'm going to show that, but I didn't want to spend any more money, so I exchanged. I went up to the desk and I was able to exchange that autograph so I can get this photo op. This photo op was my favorite, one of my favorite photo ops I've ever done. So Catherine Disher. Let me tell you a story about Catherine. Okay. Let me tell you a story about Catherine that is amazing. And I'm gonna do something real quick so I can give you a little better idea of because I got some pictures I'm gonna show tonight. I got some pictures I'm gonna show.
Please be patient, people, because these pictures he's just looking for it, and it's awesome what he is going to share.
Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's Catherine Disher. Okay, now all of them are in their 60s right now, but
Hmm.
this is Catherine Disher when she was young, so you can get a idea of how hot she was as a young woman. This is the voice of Jean Grey. She's Canadian, sweet as I don't know what. So me and her are talking while she's signing the autograph, Catherine Disher, and she says, "You seem like a very interesting fellow. May I ask you what you do for a living?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been in law enforcement for 22 years nearly." And she was like, "Get out of here. You're a baby. You don't look a day over the she said, "You look like you're 22." And I said, "Oh, well, I appreciate that very much." So then we start having a conversation, just general talk. And I said, "Well, I'll be here tomorrow with 30 children from the inner city. And this will be my 3rd annual field trip for inner city youth. And I like to introduce them to comics to give them an alternative, give them something different to do." Right. And she says, "Wow, that's amazing." She says, "You bring them babies over here by my booth tomorrow, and I'll sign 30 autographs for them, and that's on me." And I said, "You don't have to do that." She was like, "No, it's for them." And she was like, "I think what you're doing is amazing. Bring those babies over here." And so the next day, I brought the babies, and she blessed them with a bunch of autographs. 30 she signed, and then they took a photo op with the kids. The X-Men crew took a photo op with the kids. I don't know if I uploaded that one, but I do have it on my page, and I talked about it. So Catherine Disher right here. Amazing. God bless you. Thank you so much. I've got feedback from some of the kids and the parents, and they said we got to meet the X-Men. So those kids are too young because that came out in '92. This is our show. But some of the kids were familiar with the show, and they were extremely excited. Some of them got them framed already. They were like, we got to meet the X-Men, And now you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna search for that cartoon, and now the new X-Men is gonna be coming out, and they'll be doing the voice acting for it too. So they're back, baby. And now
Yeah, they're gonna be doing it off of Netflix.
a lot of these kids that never really knew who they were, now they can put a face to a voice, and they got the experience of meeting them. And I'm so thankful for that. All praise goes to my Heavenly Father, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because I believe that it was something that she saw in me, that because she said you seem like a very interesting person. Now, I had on my hat. I had on one of my hats, man. You know how I am. I'm bold with my faith. But, you know, um, I just praise God for it, and God bless her for doing it, because the kids, it made their day. That's just part of what made their day. There was some seats, some statues, and that was at Open Vault Collectibles. I'm gonna show some pictures from there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. I heard he cold blooded with it, so I'm gonna look up Tony Daniels, which sign. So I got two Gambit. Sheed in the crib. What's up, Sheed? How you feeling
What's
about
up,
that?
She? What's up, Crippler?
Yeah. Yes, definitely awesome. Definitely awesome, man. I was so happy, man. I was so happy for for the kids, and I felt like a big old kid myself. So let's go through the pictures. So this is a place called Comic Showdown. They make
Comic sandwiches.
sandwiches. I'm sorry. Thank you, Chris.
Hmm.
They make props, and they make metal shields. Now, I happen to have the original Hasbro metal shield, so I was lucky to be able to get that. Shout out to Dr. Mike, who helped me find that. But this place was pretty cool, man. And you know what? I ran out of time, brother. Did you get a card from them?
Card from Comic Sandwiches? No, but I believe they are online, and you can find them online.
So these props at the bottom here, a lot of them was like made out of alloy. And you know what? I should have got some of those Batman symbols, because like if you meet Ben Affleck or them, you can get them signed. But
Correct.
I thought they had some dope stuff. Common sandwiches.
And it was created by a young boy that he's only, I think he's only like, he started when he was like 18.
Yeah, yeah. So
Very talented.
we definitely went to Damon Bowie's booth as per usual. And while I was there, I was able to purchase some art prints, man. So definitely it was a good experience. And first night, as promised, Damon Bowie came on the channel, and I said, next time I see you, we taking you out to eat for a steak. And we went out
Yes.
to eat at a nice restaurant, man. The bill wasn't even that high. I was surprised. It was like, whoa, okay, this was because I was paying, So when I saw the bill, I was like, this ain't bad. But he had pork chops, And I'm like, he said they didn't have the type of steak I wanted. And I was like, that's okay. But we had a good time hanging out with Damon after the show, the first night. Luckily, the storm didn't get us because they said it was going to be 90 miles an hour winds, and we didn't get caught in the storm. So that was a blessing. But we had a great meal, great conversation. I mean, we literally were there for what, about 2.5, 3, almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Man, then me and Unc went over, walked across the lot to Cheesecake Factory so we could nightcap it with our wives.
Yes, sir. It was awesome.
Yeah, so I was able to cop a piece for my man at Collector's Table over there, Mr. Adam. That Wednesday piece for his daughter. I gotta get that out to him. He asked me to grab it for him. So yeah. But yeah, Damon. And got to meet
Brian Azzarello.
Brian Azzarello, man. And we're gonna show you, we're gonna do a little show and tell and show y'all on camera the stuff that we got signed. Brian Azzarello was there. Scott Snyder. I got a video with him on it and me and him having a conversation, and he felt like he met me somewhere before. But Brian Azzarello, he was pretty stoic. But I got his autograph, I got it authenticated and everything. So happy about that. And also Scott Snyder. It's one of my guys I ran into. Yeah, it's cool when you bump into people at the con. What's this art place? I'm tripping right now. I'm tripping. I can't think of the name. But I bought from them.
That's one you bought from them last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some nice art prints, man. I was thinking about buying some art, but I didn't pull the trigger on any art this year. You know, but these some good pieces, man. And
hey, we have that cover art.
Yeah,
we have that Batman one.
Real dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, real dope. Okay, this was Open Vault Collectibles. So a lot of pieces that I haven't seen in person, and I got to see some that was out. And it's crazy because like we see these pieces, we collect, but the average person who just like are comic book fans or come to cosplay and they get to see these pieces, and you should see the reactions. I'll tell you a quick story in a second, but I thought this was a pretty dope piece, this Spider-Man here. This was pretty cool. But this Bayak, I thought was really, really nice that they had out. And it's going for about 8. It's got some light up features on it. I never pulled the trigger on this. Now that's a mixture between polystone and PVC. And I think that's how they kept the price down. So it was dope. They also had that Weta Dark Side on Throne, and that thing is massive. But this piece was sitting out. I don't know what a picture at. I knew I took a picture of it. So he had this actually out, this Sentinel diorama. And when we were looking at it, I heard a girl say, "Oh my God, that's so awesome! That's so awesome!" A sister, right? So her guy was dressed up as I think Captain America, brother. So I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "Captain America." He said, "What's up?" Because when you at a con, man, people respond to whatever they got on. Right. Yeah. So I said, "Did you just hear?" I said, "Is this your wife?" And he was like, "Nah." I was like, "Y'all together?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "All right, cool." I said, "That need to be your wife." He said, "What?" I was like, "She just looked at 3 statues and got excited and said, 'That's so awesome.'" I said, "Man, I'll pay my wife to say that about a statue, man." I said, "I love my wife. Don't get me wrong." I said, "But I think you got the one, man. It's time to get married." I said, "Look, I'm a man of the cloth. I can officiate right now." They started laughing. And he was like, yeah, no, we both into the stuff. I was like, "That's a good thing, man. Y'all keep it moving, man. Y'all keep it together, because it's so awesome to be able to share that with your significant other." Mm-hmm. But speaking of that, so awesome. You know, I got this boxed up. I got the Sentinel diorama. I looked at it, inspected it. but I haven't had the chance to enjoy it. When Room Tour come, I'm gonna have that chance. But when I tell you that this is a really dope, impressive piece in person, this is a really dope, impressive piece in person.
Hands down.
Um, I don't see them doing this ever again because it's so dynamic. It's so much going on, and you pick up all the proximity pieces. It's off the chain, man. It's cold, and I've seen some complaints and nitpicks at some of the parts of it, like the floor. Some people say it looked like a Kit Kat. You're talking about a 110 scale though, and if they put, what do you want them to use, real wood? I don't know, but I think overall, it's definitely a 9 out of 10 statue, 9.5 out of 10, because of how impressive and dynamic and how much is
Yes.
going on. And when you're an X-Men fan, it's so many characters, and with this, you can get so many 110 scale characters. You can get every character that was on the cartoon. So
Yes.
I really think this is a dope piece. If you can get a hold of it at a great price and you're an X-Men fan, this is a must for an X-Men fan. If you're an X-Men fan, you got to get this. So my imagination is to have this with that picture somewhere, so dope. But they had some other stuff. I love this movie. I love this movie, man. I just love Planet of the Apes. I was watching it with my daughter. She enjoys it. She be like, "Ooh, monkeys, daddy." I'm like, "They're apes." Okay, apes. Yeah, open ball. So this is a brother out of Chicago that made this diorama. This is pretty much life size, and then they had these guys dressed up as the soldiers from the movie. Brother, I think
Aliens.
he was from Chicago. Was he from
Yes,
Chicago?
he's an artist from Chicago. He designed that Aliens statue, and basically he just did it because it's for people that especially for the kids that are not able to actually see the real one or something like that. So him as an artist designed it so people can come to cons and they can actually experience this.
All right, I'm gonna try to zoom in on this, man, so we can see his name.
There he goes.
I can't. I still can't see his name, but he had a video playing. But man, I thought this was really creative. A lot of man hours had to go into this, and this is all his design. And shout out to him, man. I found
Yeah.
out his name. This was a guy dressed up as Spawn. I thought his costume was pretty dope. Head kind of big. Bebo Lighter, he got more head than he got body. But it was pretty cool though. And this girl was dressed up as one of
Namora.
Namora, man, and I thought her costume was really dope, man. You see that pose, man. Superhero had on that Submariner, which y'all know about that. Yeah. Had on my blue jean mics, baby.
Yes, sir.
Batting the Belfray. He's one of the community members, man. He walks up, fatal, and he was with his wife. Man, really, really sweet guy, man. Really, really cool. His wife was cool. And again, whenever you can share these experiences with your wife, man, you got one. You got a good one. And she was a Christian, and she was like, man, I love that hat you got on, made in his image. And we had a good conversation for about 5 minutes right before I had to jet out and go do a photo op. But man, it was nice to meet somebody from the community at the con that recognized you and shared his appreciation for the show. And I shared my appreciation and for him and gotten to meet him. And he an old school collector. He probably been collecting a lot longer than me, but really cool guy.
Yeah, he was.
All right. So I told y'all that it was gonna be a sighting of the Jedi Panther. I didn't walk around with this mask on the whole day, but I was able to pick up this costume for a reasonable price. I got photobombed by one of my peeps. But you got DJ Hercules right here, dressed up as the Red Hood. You got my man Dante dressed up as Dante.
As Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's an awesome pick.
Yeah, they do. Those got mad detail. The Thundercats do too, man. You
Yeah,
right.
the Thundercats
I got
deal
those.
is really nice.
I got those. So yeah, Dante was dressed up as Dante. I was the Jedi Panther. But I had the Luke get up on with the Luke saber, the Luke clothes. I had the boots, the whole nine.
Hey, you never posted the picture that we took together at the in the family headquarters by the Star Wars headquarters.
You know what? I sure didn't. I gotta look for it. No, because he did it with the other camera. I think I gotta pull it.
Oh, he did it with the other camera. Okay, I
Yeah.
get you.
So my man DJ Hercules having some fun. You know,
Always.
is what it is. Keep it PG.
God bless him.
I thought this Mandalorian was really good. That
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was
yeah,
quite a few Mandalorian Boba
I know,
Fett's.
I know. Of course,
What's
Hercules
up?
with the Lex Luthor and Superman from Smallville. Again, Herc out there with another red hood. I thought this is one of the best red hoods that I've seen, but it was really cool.
That was cool.
This guy was really cool, man. Big dude, dressed up as Kingpin, man. I mean, he just practically put on the suit. he just
And
he didn't.
he looked really good. Like when I saw him, of course, I was like, man, he was really tall. He had to be like at least 6'4", 6'5", and he just stood there real stoic with his head up like that. And I was like, that
Yeah,
you look like Kingpin, bro. So
yeah.
it was awesome. He even shook
Hey,
my hand. He was like,
I,
thank you
I
so
didn't get to
much.
see him, but I would have hit him with the corny. I would have hit him with something so corny. I would have
Yeah.
said, man, I would have probably walked up and said, "Hey, man, anybody ever tell you you look like Kingpin? Anybody tell you look like Carlton Fisk? Ain't that his name? Is it
Yeah.
Carlton Fisk?
Yeah. It's same name as the baseball player.
Yeah, this was dope.
That was insane. That picture actually, Delilah had sent to me and all that, and my niece, and she had took it, and that I wish I would have seen him in person because that's the zombie, the zombie Iron Man that we know from
It is.
Spider. What is it? Spider-Man: No Way
Oh,
Home?
is it What If? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Spider-Man. No, but wasn't he in What If too?
Yeah, but it was he didn't have the helmet on in the What If.
I don't know how they got in there again. Darth Vader. You see these. You see one. You see them all. They every year.
Yeah.
This is a piece of art you picked up.
Yes, that the art the is Tony Santiago art. He's on Instagram. I had a supporter brother. He's a Puerto Rican brother, and his art is really good. No, I mean, we love Damon Bowie, but this brother, he's no punk. His art is really good. I even took you to his art place, and you've seen a lot of pics there, like especially when they had the whole what is it, panoramic of the Justice League. That was
Yeah.
a nice one too.
Yeah. Okay. This is him.
That's Tony Daniels.
This Tony Daniels. Not Tony. No, this Tony Daniel.
Tony S. Daniel. Yeah, there you go.
Daniel with an L, with no S at the end.
Right.
And what is he responsible for?
He is responsible for doing some of the cover arts for Batman, Death Metal, and Dark Knight's Metal,
There you go.
including Superman and all that. But I know him for the art for like Batman Who Laughs and all that. So
Okay. And this is the picture that the X-Men cast. This is one of them that they took with the children, and it was
that is so awesome.
This was the main photo. Yeah, this one was yeah, they were very happy, man, and we had T-shirts made and everything for
That
them.
is cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, sir.
Cal Dodd. Okay, that's it for the con. We're gonna get into some pictures.
Yeah.
Penguin Toys. So they tried to one up, I guess, Infinity, who studio who they do bus with. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, Penguin said, "Okay, I don't know if they in conjunction on that new Superman bus, but they dropped this one, and I believe I don't know, man.
I
He,
don't know.
I think, I
Heath
think,
Ledger.
I think Joaquin did a good job, though. Don't get me wrong.
Joaquin did a good job in a different iteration of the Joker, but I mean, they're both in their own right great talents. So that's my opinion on it. I can't. But you know, my favorite. You asked me my favorite on-screen movie. It's Heath Ledger, but you know, we always go nostalgic with who was the Joker? 66 Joker.
Yeah, yeah. Um, 66 Joker, Romero.
I for- yeah, Romero. Yeah,
All right, so I think this is dope. This is all
I think so
Polystone,
too.
and it's probably gonna be under $2,000. I got the Joker coming in from them, um, and that's shipping quick, bro. That's gonna be
And you
coming
are a
in a few
huge
months.
fan of Superman, so
Yeah,
this would be lovely in your collection. Uh, I like the detail of it, man. Look at the base is really nice. It complements it, doesn't take too much away, but it's still it. Look at the detail. Look at that, guys. I mean, come on, look at that. The Daily Planet symbol. That is awesome. And what I like about this piece is not only you see Metropolis and the base and all that, but also the Superman itself. It complements the comic Superman. It complements that Jim Lee type style Superman that you see in the comics. It's really nice. I really like it, man. I'm impressed with it. Truly, I am.
it's dope. But see, it's a rabbit hole because you know they're gonna do the Trinity. So
Oh, you know it.
you
You
know,
know it.
and yeah. So
That's where they get you.
silicone bus wise,
Okay.
I just don't know.
What is Fatal gonna do, guys? What should he do?
Because you know what, when I go, and it's been people complaining about the likeness, but when I go and look at the movie and I look at the screen, when he made his face like this is what you're gonna get. Now, is this a piece that is this the look that you're gonna always want to have him all snarled up? Because look, if I do this, people are gonna be like, man, that don't look like Fatal. Of course not. It's not like you see me. If you want to imagine me as looking like Prince, if I go like this, I'm not gonna be looking like Prince. If y'all call me that, that's what y'all say. So, of course, if he's snarling or whatever, grimacing this
Good
passionately,
work, grimacing. Yeah.
because you're talking about he's about to shoot laser beams out of his eye, so his grimace is gonna be to the nth degree. So when you talk about likeness of Henry Cavill, you got to go and look at the scene from the movie when he did this, and he was not flattering, ladies, on this
Let's be
scene.
honest. Let's be honest.
So the likeness has to be compared to that. But the only thing is and this is the thing, you're not gonna have those eyes lit up all the time. So it looks a little weird without the eyes, because the eyes red is what the scene is all about. So if you
Hmm.
got the eyes like this, it kind of takes away from it a little bit, because the scene has his eyes in red ready to shoot out the lasers. So this is a very niche type of, I guess, portrait. It's very scene specific, but it is overall, I think it's pretty dope. Now, which one you gonna like between this one and the one from Queen Studios? I don't know, man. I have the original Infinity coming, and yeah, you say Infinity. Yeah, I got the original one when he coming out the booth like thing, and I like that because it's a classic pose.
Oh, I like that one. You know, I think that to
And a
me
very angry,
is
very
very
angry.
good likeness.
Very angry. Yeah, yeah, and it's very niche, very scene specific. But with the eyes on, it do look dope, man. And the hair is pretty good. I think this one got the hair down. Pretty good, man. You know,
I like it. I mean, it's awesome. You know,
but I would have
it
rather
really
had his
is.
teeth gritty, and then him looking frowned. You know, that's just me. Because on this picture right here, this is a little weird. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, traditional colors. Yeah, I had J&D on pre-order. I've canceled every piece that I've had from them because after their company basically said we're toilet bowls and they'll use us to poop on. I didn't like it, and if I'm spending that kind of money, you ain't gonna talk to me if I criticize your piece a little bit or your piece get criticized and you come at the community. I just couldn't do it, man. I canceled what 4 pieces.
Yeah, you did. I think 5.
5. They lost some money from Fatal. And I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you where that money's gonna be reallocated.
Come on.
Yeah,
Tell us, Fatal. Tell us.
we're gonna keep it moving. But yeah, overall this is dope. Don't know if I'm gonna get it. I don't think it's gonna sell out very fast. People just ain't dishing out $4,000, $4,500 on bus. So
Right.
it'll be around for a little bit. I like the base. It's pretty
Oh
cool.
no, very intricate, and it lights. Oh man,
This this
that's
base this base align up perfectly with the Prime One Studio third scales. And by the way,
yes.
that Prime One Studio third scale, I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it in hand, and it is amazing for the price. That's a good bang for your buck, in my opinion. But this got the key, all of that from the ship, and I thought that was a nice touch. A
That's
little
a
more
nice. I
subtle.
wonder if the key goes in. You think?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, they showing you that. They showing you that. And you know what's crazy? It's more subtle than a baby. Yeah,
True. I have to agree with that. I
yeah,
mean, you could display it with the baby or not, because I think they got a swap out piece or a cover piece for it. Correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
See
So.
the whole bus, I like it. When you see just the face, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good analysis. What's up, Ron? Um, you talking about the Queen? Um, or you talking about? Hold on, you talking about the Queen? Because Queen is already up for PO, I thought. And if you're talking about Infinity, it's almost sold out. It's waitlisted. You talking about the first, and then if you're talking about the Penguin, yes, because the price gonna be crazy. So if you're talking about the Penguin Studios, when that go up, the price gonna be crazy, and I'm talking about crazy low. It's gonna be crazy low because that Joker was like 1,500, and compared to all these other busts, that's a steal. So yeah, if it's that bus you talking about, absolutely it's gonna sell out because that Joker sold out. All right, talking about likeness, I think they did it.
Hot Toys did it.
I think they did it. Now I'm not gonna say now this is not the most flattering portrait of
Shuri.
Shuri, Latita Wright, because she was definitely there's definitely pictures of where she looks more attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, her she to me she looks better with more hair, like in her forehead area. Like I think she looks better on the first one, as far as being like appealing, attractive. But that's even in the movie, I would think.
Correct.
But this is to me, it looks pretty accurate. You know,
Yeah, it is. It is.
I like this
All right.
pole.
Please, Hot Toys, if you check out this stream, give us Namor.
Yeah, we already
Give us
predicting the
Namor.
Namor. We predicting the Namor. Okay,
Yes. Amen. Let's speak it into existence.
but I
Amen.
think this likeness is pretty spot on.
Oh no, it's perfect, and I like the way they did her.
85%, maybe upper
Yeah,
90s. Yeah. Looks good.
and she got the rolling eyes system. Awesome. Oh, and the reflective. Oh, nice.
Suit,
That
that
is
suit,
really awesome.
that suit is dope, man. So I'm
Yeah.
picking this up at Collector Zone. Um, to let you know right now, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm picking it up. He a lot of times have a lot of good deals, and Collector Zone is where I'm gonna be buying a lot of stuff. From them,
I'm gonna have to talk to Marcos. We're gonna have to work something out.
and we'll be at the grand opening. Your boy
You already
Fatal
know.
will be in the building for the grand opening. So I'm picking this one up from Marcos. It's definitely a dope piece. Got to come into my collection. I got every piece from Black Panther. Still waiting on them to do some other pieces. I got some I guess they call it third company. What they call it?
What do you mean? You mean third party?
Yeah. I got some third party company. Like I got Ulysses S. Claw. And then I got other versions of Killmonger. I got him in a blue jean jacket. I got him in a tactical suit. And then I'll just go over to Max Nut and get head sculpts to make them really look good.
Shout out to MaxNut. They do great jobs on head sculpts. I have to give them credit for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So Max Nut, man, that's where I'm gonna be going, bro. To get the head sculpts to really take it to another level. Yeah, that reflective is no joke. No
Yeah.
joke.
Matter of fact, me and you, Fatal, have the Black Panther reflective suit, the one that sold out.
Yeah. 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 So I might get two of these. I
You
might get
might
two of
just
these.
pull the trigger on two.
Yeah, because I might pose her somewhere like with this on and then put her with the Chadwick Boseman, and then I might pose her without and hopefully with Namor. They're gonna do Namor though. They got to.
Yeah. They got. I mean, if they came out with her, they got to come out with Namor, and it'll be awesome if they do it in a deluxe with the headrest, his whole King outfit. Oh
Yeah.
man, forget it.
Yeah. A swap out. A
Yeah,
swap out
that'll
though.
be awesome.
Because you need two
Yeah,
heads. Because I think that it should be attached to
pause.
the head. Because if you take it on and off, it's gonna scratch the head sculpt.
True.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a
It's
good
gotta
point.
be it's gotta be two head sculpts, one with the crown on them, you know. But look at this. The Jane Foster. The head sculpt
Mm,
looking good. Now this one
yeah,
is on wait list already, bro.
really.
Yeah. Drop the
Wow.
ball on that one, but I'll find it.
Yeah, I sure did too.
Long as it ain't
And
second market, you'll find it somewhere.
yeah, and the head sculpt is really nice. Of Natalie Portman, got good resemblance of her. I like it, man.
Yeah.
I like it. I actually like it a lot. Really nice.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. Actually, I like the Captain Marvel head sculpt.
Going to, I'm
Pretty
going to the
nice.
grand opening. I'm only going one day. I'm going Friday. I got to come back Saturday evening because my uncle reminded me Mother's Day is on Sunday. Yeah. So yeah, but I'll be going on a little vacation to get that room together. It's hard, man. I want to get it done. I want it fully done by May 31st. So I'm gonna do the best. I'm gonna give you the best that I got, baby.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the best I got.
Oh, they got an LED feature for even the Mjolnir.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Milner is the worst spelled word in the history of words.
And that, hey, that blame that on Marvel Comics
But
itself.
what was the word that I could not say the other day?
What was it?
I can't remember, man. And I know the word, but I couldn't say it. But look, head
Go ahead.
sculpt with the mask.
I think it looks dope. The detail on the mask in itself is really awesome.
Yeah, it's dope, man.
That you gotta love that about Hot Toys. They kill it, man. They
You know
absolutely
what?
kill
Hot
it,
Toys
man.
is not gonna let Queen Studios and art put them out of business. Trust
They're
me.
no, it's not gonna happen like that.
Trust
Hot Toys is too.
If they got to do a premium line of each character and just do like say a ES of 150 on a premium one with the rooted hair, where they
Trust
send
me.
it out to get, they'll do it. They
They'll
not they
do it.
gonna in art won't be around. I'm gonna tell you that. Queen Studios, I love them, but they Hot Toys is not gonna let anybody take them out of their game. This is their niche. You know, it's
Yeah.
cute trying to compete with them, but these ain't the people you want to compete with. They've been doing this for years, and they're gonna take it to another level. They gonna say, "In art is gonna crush under our dominant power."
Yep. And the funny thing is, here's a little side note so people can understand. InArt got that designed for their rolling eyes system, like with the Joker and all that, just to let you know, because Fatal has the original Joker of the Hot Toys. And he has the original, not the separate rolling eye system like they're making now. He has the original one where it was just a single joint in the back of the head through Hot Toys, which they were the ones that came out with that design first and foremost. And the reason why they stopped coming out with that design is because the stem inside that control both eyes will break off. That's why Hot Toys went ahead with a more secure design of having separate rolling eye systems.
Yeah, but I do like the competition because it pushes things. So
Yes, of course, it'll push them to do even go far and beyond. Even though they look at this,
Tom
just look
Holland.
at the head sculpt.
This is dope, and y'all better jump on all three of these Spider-Man because once they sell out, you're gonna be waiting for
Man,
the reissue, and you probably be
I
waiting
got
for
Andrew
5 years.
Garfield. I haven't got the other two, Fatal.
I got
I
Andrew
got to get the
Garfield.
other two.
Yeah, I got Andrew Garfield, but I
I
got
got
some
that.
other Tom Holland stuff. So, but this is
Oh, now you got quite a few. I think. I think you got the upgraded suit too, right?
yeah, yeah. So I like Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
man, so I wanted to share a picture I saw some rooms, inspiration. I love looking at people's rooms. That's one of the parts about collecting. I
Wow.
love how
I'm
clean this
impressed.
is, and this is really dope. Now that looks like a real human sitting there, that Darth Maul, but I thought that was pretty dope. Again, Catherine Disher. Okay, art statue collector. Yeah, shout out to Art, man. Is probably the best reviewer on YouTube right now. Let me
Yes.
give that man his flowers. Art is a really humble dude.
Shout out to Art. Really nice guy. I met him personally on his show, and he's just the nicest guy. He really is. He is.
Now he gives a really honest review, and I was on the show with Jay last night on Sick Mansion, and
Okay.
Jay listens, bro. And shout out to Jay from LBS who helped me secure the Captain America by facilitating a sale with someone who was selling it. He let me know that the person was legit because I've been scammed before. I'm very skeptical about buying, but he made sure that the person that was selling it to me was legit. He knew them personally, and thank you, Jay, again. I can't thank you enough for that because I got it at a reasonable price, and I'm getting a T-shirt, baby. But let's get into this piece real quick.
Nice.
They
You didn't
said
tell
this
me
is
that. Why not get a T-shirt? No, I'm
you
messing
ain't getting,
around.
man, you better go spend some money. They call this El Ironmento.
Uh,
So,
why
so
you gotta say
he
that?
said that he felt like the skin tone was
A
a
little
little
bit.
dark on this, but with that estimation I disagree because I would imagine Tony Stark is a guy that would be in tanning beds. He just seems like that kind of dude.
Well, even in the MCU, Robert Downey Jr. They have certain plans. He would go to certain places,
Yeah,
Hawaii, this and that, because he's Tony Stark. I
and
mean,
I
come on.
believe that his skin tone, like I took a picture with Chris Evans. He's a lot more pale, and I'm a very light skinned person. If you looked at that picture, you could see our skin tones were a lot of different. So I
Shout
do
out to the
believe
light skinned brothers.
I do believe that maybe a little lighter, but don't go too light because
Okay. I can agree with that.
now he was saying the colors could pop a little bit more because he compared it to XM, maybe. But I thought so far it looked good to me. Now some of the stuff he
Me too.
nitpicked, the close-ups of the mustache was a little bit rough. It can be, I
Oh,
think,
really?
yeah, it protruded a lot, but I think it can be tweaked. But overall, man, the story based on this, all of the Iron Man suits that's in the base, very dope. A lot of people said the muscles are exaggerated, but we talking about comic books, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a comic based Iron Man, not a movie based Iron Man. So you're gonna get some of that comic based stuff, and it's always a little bit more exaggerated in the comics. So I
Correct.
don't have any problems with how the suit look. I think it's beautiful.
I think
Maybe
it looks amazing, and if you look at some of the comics, they got him with the armor that looks like that where he's built. In the earlier times, like in about the 60s or 70s, I would say,
yeah,
he was, of course, he just was a slim dude, but that's the way it looked. You know, like the armor was just the armor that slimmed over his body.
yeah.
So,
Jeff said it looked
you
like
know,
Tony Stark from the Demon in the Bottle story era. I'm not 100.
actually, it does.
Oh well, you know about that. Okay,
Yes, yes,
cool.
because that's when he was going to a drunk. Uh, it was he was a drunk at the time. It's a really good story arc. It's a really good story arc. As a matter of fact, even Crippler knows about that one. I
Yeah,
think
and
he
then
has the
I saw a
comic.
comic picture of this, and it did look on point. Um, I thought the mustache can use a little tweak. I'm gonna try to zoom in on this a little bit. So maybe a little bit higher on this side than it is on this side. Maybe and
Okay, I could see some little nitpicks
and
like that.
maybe and maybe a little, I don't know, a little more flatter to the face, like instead of protruding as much. But I don't want them to tweak it too much where it takes away from what I'm seeing, because overall I like it. Maybe
Now
just
this
make
is
it
what
a little more even.
okay. This is what I'm asking though. Sorry to interject, but for me, are they gonna go with his eyes being like that, or are they gonna go with the blue-eyed Tony Stark? Well,
Well,
you
in that
know that they
comic that he
have.
got it from, he not blue eyed.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
he not. And from a cartoon that I seen, this looked like Tony Stark that I remember from one of the cartoons. And the comic
Hmm.
that Jay got this from, and I saw a picture of it on Facebook. I'm sorry I don't have it uploaded, but it looked
It's
just
fine.
like this dude. So I think
So you
overall
think the
great.
likeness overall is
To
great?
that
What
to
do
that
you rate
comic.
it right now for the prototype?
Hold on. Yeah, there you go. Some hair strands. Yeah, to make it a little bit more realistic. Absolutely, Crip. I think it's really dope, man. Buck Fangs don't like the way the back looks. He said something about the anatomy. I don't know. I think it looks good, man. I like the color of the suit.
I
I'm
don't
up.
know. It looks good. If
I'm
you look
up.
at the Hot Toys version of it with the classic suit, which you're a fan of that one too, the classic suit that came out of the Hot Toys, it looks good, man. It looks just like that. As a matter of fact, I even got the stealth suit Tony Stark of the Mezco one, and the body is almost similar to that, except it's the stealth suit.
Hmm. And it's got a USB-C for a light up feature in the base, which
Nice.
really looks good, man. So, um, I got the Hulk on pre-order. I just
Yeah.
got Thor in 2 weeks ago. Cap, I got to pay about a few more $100 to get that shipped out. And I like it, man. I like it a lot.
You like it a lot?
I do. I like it a lot.
Okay.
And I can't wait to have it. And I'm gonna get the premium with all the pieces. To me, it's the way to go.
How
Now,
tall is this piece?
now I do want to see. He mentioned something about the eyes that I think that you want to be able to see through the mask and see them a little better. So that's a tweak. But other than that, I think, man, I'm digging it.
Oh, overall,
Money.
I like it, man. I like
Yeah,
it a
that
lot.
captain, man, I slept on that, Jeff. I slept, so I'm paying about $300 more than I would have paid if I'd have got it when it first came out, because it was about 1,300, maybe 1,400 plus tax and shipping. But I'm getting it at a reasonable price. I'm getting it right under 2K shipped. So I don't think I'm way overpaying it because it was not that many of those, and I slept on
Mm.
it. It was $3.99, and Jay confirmed that $3.99 is like that sweet spot for him. He don't like
Okay.
doing box GS. So when you look at this mustache, it's a little bit. I guess like if I line myself up in me, and the skin
Okay.
can be a tad lighter. It can be. Don't get me wrong.
Uh,
I think Art is probably a little bit more tan than me, and this is probably his hand holding it. So it could be the skin tone maybe can lighten up a little bit, and it
you
is
know
blue
what
eye.
I?
It just looks darker from
Yeah,
the.
it looks dark in the thing, but you know what I see, Fatal? Like I'm pointing at it actually. From the nose to the lip, I just think it's a little bit elongated. The lips they could do a little bit better job because he looked like, "Si, senor." Now I
Yeah,
understand where they're going with.
yeah.
So he looks
He
like
said Antonio E. Stark. He said, but he loving every bit of it.
but overall, if this is the prototype, they still got some time to
They got
tweak it,
some time.
So I think between the nose, the under nose, and to the lip itself, it's just long itself. That's why it looks the way it does. I think if they could tweak that, just shorten it probably a tad bit, it'll probably complement it better. I think that's why we're looking at the mustache the way it is and how it
And
looks. So
and another thing that Art criticized, and I said too, and Jeff kind of just alluded to it. He said he's not handsome enough. And when you look at this close up, this portrait makes him look a little bit older than I would like. So he, maybe take away a little
Mhm.
wrinkles, make him a little bit more pretty boyish.
The
And
underjaw, they got to take care of the two curvatures of the underjaw, like the frowning. It's not complementary to what we see Tony Stark as.
yeah, so make him a little bit more pretty boy, but don't take away from the full integrity of it. We still want that same Tony Stark that you're giving us from that comic. But I could agree now when I see it close up, maybe a tad lighter on the skin tone. Not don't go, like super white balance, like when you're doing a white balance on the camera and it flushes
Mhm.
out the screen. Don't flush it out. Maybe a tad bit lighter, and maybe make his skin look a little bit more youthful, just a little bit. And then with the mustache, just a little bit more even. Because if I line my mustache up, I line myself up, my face. I do that myself, and if I do it off, then I'm pissed at myself. But I didn't pay for it, so I just had to go in there and correct it. So I would say
Right.
even the mustache, so both sides look a little more symmetrical. That's
Okay.
for me.
Right.
It needed a little work, but overall, and that's the thing about LBS. That's the thing about Jay. He listens to the community, and that we appreciate it, but we don't want him. He was a heartthrob. Yeah,
Jeff Morris.
we don't
He's
want
funny.
him to change so much of his artistic integrity. So, like his buddy was on last night with him, and he was like, "Oh, you listen way too much. Don't just minor to get it to a better place."
Minor tweaks. You don't. If he happens to be watching this show, it's
He ain't gonna
constructive
listen.
criticism.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not. It's not anything. We're
But I'm gonna tell you
downgrading
this
it at
though.
all.
I'm gonna tell you this. If it
Go
came
ahead.
out looking just like this, I'm buying it.
Hey, in all honesty, if
Cause
I
it's
had the
better than
money if I had the cheddar like that, I would purchase it
I
too.
like it
I
better
I
than
like
J and D.
uh, hands down. Put the hands down, people, because yeah, he's speaking facts. You only speaking facts. No offense, but it
I
is
like
what it
it better
is.
than J and D.
I like it 12 times better than J and D, and
Mustache
twice on Sunday.
a little better here.
That one looks a little better. It looks more lined up.
Yeah, but
I
overall, look at the
love the
mustache.
helmets, bro. The helmets are just nostalgic, man. The nostalgic Iron Man.
Yep.
Very good.
He
They did a
mentioned
good job.
he was gonna keep that same thing going. All right, brother.
Well,
Thank you.
all right,
Appreciate
Crippler.
you.
Thank you, bro.
he said he was gonna keep staying the same vein when he does the DC character. So I'm very happy with that because I got modern, I got stuff that's up to date. I want that classic look in my collection. Like that Alex Ross is what he's saying he going for the DC. So the bust is really cool. The switch outs are really cool, really awesome. I love this Iron Man thing he got going on with this. Very dope.
Wait a
Um,
minute, wait. Back that up for a second. What is what?
now
What?
I think the letters can come off somehow. So don't ask me how.
That is so dope,
Yeah,
Fatal.
yeah, they're
That
gonna be
is
live
off the
tonight.
chain.
We only gonna be on here for a few more minutes, so you guys can go enjoy other shows. Normally
Yes.
we do Funkle Friday like once a month, maybe twice. Um,
Yeah.
I'm sorry the notification didn't come out because there'll probably be a lot more people. You know what? This is still available, and I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and get it, man. This is the best Bane ever made. Okay. Art showed this.
That Bane is off the chain, bro. I love it.
Yeah, man. I think this has got to come to the Fatal Cave, dude. This
Look at
is,
that. Look at that.
and I gotta holler at Art offline about the cameras because I got a dope camera, but I'm trying to take that to another level. Here go that Superman from the back.
How do you feel about the cape situation?
It's cool. It's sculpted, so they don't want to make it too long because then you'll start bumping it on stuff. So
Well, there's the thing. I wasn't asking for too long, but I don't like that it's swing. I don't know, man.
it's a
Something's
cape.
off
You
about
want to go straight up and down and have no character?
it. No, it's not that. It's something
You
that's
want it
throwing
to
me
be
off.
longer and go all the way
No,
down and cover up the cape?
no. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to get at that. I don't know.
The
Maybe
cape still
splayed
not
out
gonna
to
fit.
maybe splayed out to the right also. I'm just saying.
And then it's gonna be too wide for your
No,
sweat.
because
You
well,
s-
that's
you
true.
want you want both sides to go out. You got to think about artistic design, man, because that cape can get in the way.
Mm,
It's hard to display Superman Hush with the sculpted cape. I hear a lot of people saying that. But
that's
yeah,
true.
man, this Bane dude, I want to get this. This is
Look at the
I know
vein work on it, man. That's ridiculous,
Chris the
bro.
Batman statue collector was the first one I seen have it. I
Yeah.
didn't pick it up. It's huge, so I want it though, and hopefully I can catch it on sale since it's still available at Prime One. But yeah, this one I don't know yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your man Fatal, your man Fatal.
What did Fatal do?
What did Fatal do? Something that
Fatal, what did you do?
my wife told me don't do it.
Oh no, but
My
he
wife,
had to.
my wife said don't do it. She said don't do it. Don't do it, Fatal the Collector. Don't you do it. And I was waiting,
Uh-huh.
waiting, and
Uh-huh.
waiting,
Uh-huh.
and waiting.
Oh, okay.
And I found it.
You
And
found it.
I picked it up.
What? Come on, man.
Yes.
Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Fatal.
Fatal does it again.
I picked this up, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Oh, the Bane is from Sideshow Collectibles. That Bane versus Batman. I know Chris BSC has it in his collection. Yeah, that's that Bane. Yeah, I picked this up. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be looking for a buyer for my original Queen Studios Thanos because I was looking for the gauntlet to go with it. I'm gonna be selling that one to fund this. I was able to get this on a slight payment plan. I'm very happy. I've been looking for this for a long time. I think this is the superior bus. Yeah, Prime One Bang. I was looking for this for the longest time. and I was on a waiting list for a long time. And it's a hefty price, and it's gonna be the most expensive piece that I've ever purchased. But for me as a collector, I want to have this piece, and I got it, and I'm happy. I'm happy. So I'm going to be selling off some stuff, but not much because I don't really do the selling thing. I collect, but there's no reason for me to have both of these busts. I don't think. If you can give me a reason why you think I should have keep both of them, then tell me why. But yeah, I picked it up. All right,
It
Storm.
looks awesome.
This is a fan art piece. This is something that I'm strongly considering. I think it came out really dope. And this is actually the scope. And they took pictures of it. So I think this is better than the one I've seen out there. One of the best
Hmm.
ones I've seen. I want to pull
Oh,
this
that
into
one's
the
nice. I
collection.
like that one.
But
I actually have the Marvel Legends in that one, and it looks amazing.
yeah, I got sideshows, that it's gonna be shipping this month. But yeah, this is really good. This is really good.
Wow.
And Sideshow announced this. So if this is a 1/5 scale, it'll pair well with that Batman and Catwoman. But you know what's funny? His face looks a little bit less cartoony, and her face looks really cartoony, which is weird. So
Correct, correct.
see, it's a pretty face, but I think they need to. I think his face is
Dial it down.
his face is perfect, but they need to dial hers down just a tad bit, man, because she looks like something from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and he looks something like from almost Batman animated series with the chiseled jawline. So we gotta tweak that. All right,
Well,
and
they still got some time.
I picked this one up, bro. Hey,
It's a
y'all,
beautiful piece.
this is on Sideshow for literally $800. Okay,
And
and
tell them what size that is, Fatal.
this is a third scale Harley Quinn. And although one of the face scopes is derpy, I will never use it. I got to see Chris unbox and review this, and I got to see Mr. X. I put it in my cart, and I was like, if this goes on sale, I'm grabbing it, right? And it went on sale today, and it's still on sale. Okay. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool with a low ES. Yeah, I agree. A lot of
I
things
agree.
are not perfect, but I think overall that's a dope one. But yeah, I agree with you, Patrick. But this one I cop, man, for eight, like right at $800, bro, for a third
That's a
scale.
great deal
It's
for a
got a
third
whole
scale.
lot going on. It seemed Chris liked it, and then I saw Mr. X. Now I have been looking at this piece, but it was a face scope, not this one. But I don't even got that face scope in here. It's derpy, and it looks this stupid. When I first saw it, when they put it out there, it looked derpy. Now Chris said it didn't look as bad in person, but
I
I,
don't. Me personally, I don't have no quarrels about it. I don't know, but that's just me because I just see the how Harley Quinn is. So I just
I think
picture
this
her
is the
being.
best head scope for me with the jester,
Mhm.
because it matches the costume really good. And
Oh,
then
but I love the metal. Like I like how the red is on the costume. How it's really it stands out a lot. It
this is
does.
this a good face sculpt. So it reminds you of the Hell on Wheels a little
Yes,
bit,
yes, it does. Yes, it does.
but I'm liking this. This the face that we used to give people in Chicago when you be like, "Hey man, I got them new Jordans, man. I
Be
got
like,
5 pair of 'em."
be like,
Yep.
man, stop playing.
Yeah, you lying.
and
You got them new Jordans.
then we'll be looking at each other like,
All right.
okay,
So I'm gonna take the pictures down, man. Put us back up on the screen.
all right,
Oh, show and tell time, real quick. We got about 10 minutes or so, and I want to get out of here. But I want to show you some things that we got at the con. Some stuff we got signed.
let's go.
All right, your turn.
Uh, My turn. Okay. Do you want me to go one and you one, or do you want me to just go through it?
Just go through it and make it quick.
All right, let's go. All right, I got this
Oh, and
authenticated
tell.
as you know. As you know, we
Oh, and
went to the
tell.
con.
Oh, and tell. Oh, and tell. Oh, and tell. Oh, and tell.
We went and met Brian Azzarello. So I got the Batman book two signed by Brian Azzarello right there in red, and I got it authenticated by JSA. So that was amazing. The guy had conversation with us. He was real cool. It was just an awesome time seeing him. Then, of course, Padal, as you can see in the top part right there, signed by Tony S. Daniels here and here, and they're both authenticated by him. He was a real cool guy. You saw me in a picture with him. He's always been cool. He remembers me, and he's from Chicago. He was a Chicago native for a while. So yeah, definitely a good time there. Now we also got, here we go real quick. Don't want to make too much noise. And I got this cover art, Virgin cover art, signed by Tony S. Daniels right there on the bottom. Authenticated also. I had to get it. I love 300. And yeah, and you got it too, right? And I just love the storyline of 300, Frank Miller's 300. Then also I went to Unknown Comics, which I'll be uploading a video about. And I got all 3Ds for $20. And each of them is by different artists. I believe Andy Kubert and two other ones I forgot. But as you can see, the artwork is really nice. Awesome. They're really awesome. Okay. We also met some artists that we got autographs from. So I met, I believe it's Johnny Bosch Young, or Johnny Young Bosch. Which is the voice actor for Ichigo. So I got this pop sign by him. So he was a real cool guy. It was just awesome meeting him. So shout out to Jonathan Young Bosch. And then also, my wife wanted to meet Tenoch, and she got the Namor, the King Namor pop sign by him, and he of course personalized it to her, and it's authenticated too by SWA.
Nice.
Now we flowing through that. Of course, you know that Fado and I met a couple of the X-Men, you know, and for me, you guys seen a review on my page of the Mezco 112 scale Wolverine, and I had Cal Zod sign the nameplate, and he was such a awesome guy to talk to and all that he actually put right here, if you see the saying that he said when he wanted to go save Morph in the episode 2 of Night of the Sentinels, where he said, "I go where I want to go." So he put the statement right there. Really cool. So,
I go where I want to go.
Yes, just like that. And then, of course, on Sunday,
Thanks, bro.
which I said earlier, I did it for me and Fado, you know, and I was able to get the autograph for him, including another autograph which he'll mention himself. But we got Tenoch signed, and we are predicting it. Hot Toys, please bless us with a Namor 1/6 scale. We want it with the King Namor outfit, the deluxe headdress. Give it to us, man. Give it to us, baby.
Give it to us. All right, my turn.
One thing. I gotta show this.
Oh, that means they forgot.
one more thing. This I can't forget. Shout out to Damon Bomey, because we got a lot of art prints on him, but this one right here.
We're gonna show those all together, every art print.
Oh, I just want to show this one as this was a blessing from him to me, and he knows I'm a big fan of Ichigo, and one of one, baby.
So
So
that's right. Yeah,
shout
man.
out to him.
I didn't get the notification out there good enough, man. I'm sorry, man. That'll never happen again. Because we only do this show once or twice a month.
Correct.
Um, so
What's
it's
up,
my
Deep?
turn.
Next one.
My turn to
Yes, it's
start
your
there.
turn.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Solo dolo. All right, y'all. All right. So of course, you know I did some photo ops. Here go one of my pictures. Very happy
Let's
they
go.
printed it and they sent it digitally. And Catherine Disher, these are the photos that she signed for all of my kids. So yeah, these are the photos she
That's
signed
awesome.
for all of my kids. She signed for 30 of them. All right. So very sweet woman. Shout out to Catherine Disher. Appreciate her very much. Okay. Tom Welling. If you remember Smallville, man, I got that autograph. He looks like a big lumberjack guy now. Not out of shape, but he looked like a heavyweight champion now with a beard, and he's just different. But yeah, this was cool to get that autograph from Tom Welling on this deluxe box set. Very happy about that because this is sold out everywhere. You won't be able to get that nowhere.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. I got this signed by Brian Azzarello and authenticated, but he didn't sign it on the front. He said he didn't think that was a good idea, so I got it signed here. Thought that I got some other Brian Azzarello signatures, but he signed it right here. This was Batman: The Dark Knight Master Race, and I also got a statue that I'm going to be unboxing very soon for you guys. That Master Race 3. That DK3 Master Race statue from Prime 1.
Okay. That's
So I'll
nice.
have
That's
that book
nice.
always sitting around it. And then I got to meet Scott Snyder. This was a free giveaway that he was doing. Thought that was really cool. I didn't get this one signed, but
That's nice.
he did give me 2 signatures after I purchased this. So this will be going next to my Prime 1 Court of Owls statue that's coming in soon. He signed it right there. The book is authenticated at the bottom. So I was very
Nice.
happy getting that book. This was Volume 1, The Court of Owls, New 52. Very happy about that. And if you make one more noise, I'm booting you from exterminating you. Anyway.
Oh, that's awesome,
He
man.
signed that right there, The Court of Owls. So I paid $55 for this box set. I opened it, and he was like, "Man, I met you somewhere before," and it's authenticated right in there by JSA. But I was happy. He said, "You got to get that signed by Greg Capullo." So I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He thought he knew me from somewhere, and maybe he saw me on YouTube or something. But he was like, "You look really familiar." So that was cool. So
All right.
as my uncle said, I got me a plate too. So we get these plates from Blue Dog Displays. And check it out. I had to get these plates overnighted because C2E2 didn't do a good job telling us that the X-Men cast was going to be at the con signing autographs. They said that you can mail in, but they were only doing photo ops. So when I found that out on a Friday, I had to have him make them and overnight them. They got to me Saturday morning at 8:30. So shout out to Blue Dog Displays, y'all, man. I'll put a link somewhere in the description so you can get with him, man. Very good guy. And he's got me a lot of stuff, man. So
yeah. Shout out to Blue Dog.
So I got the Saimata, my ultimate bust, the one scale One Punch Man.
Saitama.
Saitama.
Yeah.
I got the Max Middleman is the voice. So I got that signed. My uncle actually had to go and get that signed for me because I was with the kids that day. So shout out to my uncle for securing that autograph for me. This will be in front of my life-size bus. And now you get to see the signatures. Allison Seeley Smith, Storm's voice.
That's awesome, man. Look at that.
We love our autographs, y'all.
That is awesome.
Chris Potter, the Gambit.
Oh,
This will be in front of my
nice.
premium. So I'm putting these in front of my premium format. I haven't put mine on the plastic yet because the 3M. I don't know if it's the base will be able to stick it on there. I don't know yet. Beast, Sound in Blue. Yeah,
Nice.
George Booza. Happy to get that sign. That was nice. And I put the authentication here. I like having it on the front. Some people don't like to do that, but I do. Lenore Zahn, the voice of Rogue. So imagine somebody from Canada that can do that Southern Belle voice, sounding like she's from New Orleans. Okay, we got
Love it.
Okay, we got Catherine Disher. Definitely highlight. Just very nice woman. Hook my kids up with autographs. And last but not least, the voice of Wolverine himself. He signed with those claws at the end. Cal Dodd. Shout out to all of them, man.
Nice,
So I
man.
was very happy, but I got one more thing I got to show y'all.
Let's
I got to show
go.
them all the X-Men, right? I got them out the way.
Yeah. You got them all. You got them all.
All right.
Let's go.
Woo! Now, got that Captain America shield, the Hasbro, the metal one. Shout out to Dr. Mike, Collectors Enabled, who hooked me up with the guy who was selling this. Got it at a reasonable price, considering all things. Line was moving too quick. They didn't want to use our markers. I had a blue one, and before I could say blue, he was already signing because he had his own blue. But it was all good because it did come out nice. Got it authenticated on the back of the shield. This one is definitely dope. Got the 75th anniversary straps on it. Made very well by Hasbro, but I got that autograph. These are going for so much on eBay, signed by Chris Evans. It don't make no sense. But this is what we do. We go out.
And we get autographs.
Yeah. We get autographs, man, and we have fun.
And it was fun. It was amazingly. It was an awesome experience. I mean, Tanoch, what that was cool. Chris Evans for you, he was cool. And then I think the highlight for you, he honestly, guys, he kept on talking about this like throughout the whole day. He was so excited to meet the X-Men, and they made his day. Each character, they were just nice in general, especially the voice actress for Jean Grey. Shout out to her. Catherine, good heart, good down to earth person, and we really appreciate what you had done for those kids.
Appreciate you, Edwin. Appreciate you, Ray. Definitely some great stuff. We appreciate y'all for watching. Apologize, man, for
Yes.
not getting that notification out there, but y'all can always catch the replay. I think this was a good show. I felt the energy and the vibe between me and my uncle was on point tonight. Cash Gemini in the building, Casual Nerd Problems in the building, Edwin Diaz in the building, Rob Stealth. Edwin, man, appreciate you. Hey, now your box got extra stuff added to it because your people, whatever's going on, we're gonna have to holler about that. I'm gonna hit you up on Messenger. But since it got kicked back, and we're gonna kick it back to you with some more stuff in there. Yeah, Jeff Morris, man, always fun to have you on the show, man. Been collecting for years. One of the Road Gallery guys. Definitely great to have you here. Nerf me. I'm giving other shots out because people came in late. Patrick Thomas,
Thank you so much for supporting us, guys. I appreciate it.
Figure Kong, man. Appreciate having you here. LBS for life, Mr. Trey Smith. Yes, yes. We're gonna be y'all go and catch y'all will see my man's out here tonight. Jay He's gonna be giving us more of that stat chat, talking about what's going on with LBS. Very good guy, man. Paulie's Hideout, man. Appreciate you from being here. You know, people who from other overseas that watch the show, man. Appreciate you. I
Yes,
know your
thank
time
you.
zones is different.
We
Road Dog,
appreciate you
man.
guys tuning
Thank you
in.
for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Man, hey, I wanna get to where it's 100 people at one time, man. That you know, I want to get to where I'm
Let's
scrambling, wrong
go.
boss in the building. I'm just trying to grow, man. If y'all didn't like it, you know, I'm sorry you ain't like it. But if you did, hit the like button, man, for your brother, so we can grow
Come
together.
on.
We can grow together and show together, do some show and tell, and you know, every now and then, me and Unc on FUncle Fridays might bring one guest in, you know, or interview somebody, a collector or whatever. So we got some things stirring the pot. Darth Rashid, always glad to have you. Darth Rashid
Yes.
said he was very happy that because he reached out to me about the Thanos, and he said, "You gotta get this. You gotta get this." He wanted to see me be the guy to get it. So thank you, man. You know, having my back and reaching out about that, brother. Chicago Dark Side. Hey, we gotta catch a movie, brother, on my day off, bro.
Yes,
Right
Chicago
here
Dark
in my
Side.
town, man.
All three of us. Yes.
Love everybody, man. You know how I ended, man. You know, only do the smooth voice on Mondays. So we out of here, man.
Yes.
Any last words, my brother?
I just want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel, you know, and if you guys get time, you know, be on the lookout. Check me out for on Redeemer 23 Collectibles. Also, I want to say blessings. I pray that God bless you guys throughout this whole weekend and all that. I pray that you guys had a blessed week and also blessed future week. You know, we appreciate everything. We truly appreciate it from the heart. And just thank you guys for supporting us and all that. All right. And I thank God for being on another FUncle Fridays with you. I really appreciate it.
Episode 15, FUncle Fridays. We got 15 people watching. Something about that number right now.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So y'all know how I always end the show with a God bless and a peace. It's Fatal the Collector.
Statue reviews, elections, giveaways, and raffles that'll leave our followers baffled. Got fearing and got loving with new reviews up in the oven.
So press like, comment, and go ahead get the subbing.
Collecting is a hobby, we do not make it an idol, but on this channel we gon' bring the heat.
That'll let us compete with our rivals.
Tours and conversation in this cool nerds nation. So sit back, relax, and let us take you on a convention vacation.
From conversation to cosplay, MCU, DCU.
We got everything for you.
Batman is my favorite, DC.
Marvel is Black Panther, R.I.P. Chad B.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, in any kind of weather, we collecting forever.
Just like, comment, and subscribe to Fatal the Collector.